Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the woman of the hour, the softball champ, the national champ, Jocelyn Alo. What's up, Jocelyn?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for coming on to the show.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me. I've been waiting for you guys to have me on here. So,
You've been
Well,
waiting,
we
right?
we've been waiting for you to come on, so I mean, I guess it was perfect
yes,
timing.
I followed you guys and I was like, maybe they'll ask me. Maybe I'm cool enough to be on here.
Honestly, you're not the first person to say that. Like, the more popular we get, the more sooner athletes want to come on to the show. And I'm just like, man, like, we can only have so many on per week.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, I don't know how I don't know. It doesn't matter how popular we get. I don't know if it's going to be more. I don't know if the show's going to get as popular as like we can't have you on or something like that. Like I don't know if that's ever going to get to that point. So thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
You know what? It's our bye week. The super guest special. We had to have you on. So we're not going to waste any more time. Our first question for you, Jocelyn: how hated are you by opposing pitchers? Right, because you're always hitting bombs outside of the park. So I don't know. You're probably one of the most hated batters in the entire Big 12, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say hated. I would just say I give the pitchers a run for their money for sure. But no, I'm actually like friends with a lot of people that I play against. So it's really hard for people to hate me. I would say I'm a really nice person too. But in the box, like for the most part, I'm gonna beat you probably. So
Let's game on.
My next question for you, though: you're 7 home runs behind Lauren Chamberlain in the NCAA career home runs record. Are you coming for Lauren, or do you have any comments about that? Like, are you trying to beat the record? Like, is there anything that you have to say to Lauren?
um I mean, not to Lauren. We're all really good friends. We've always talked about it for a long time. But I for sure have wanted the home run record for a while now. And ever since I started realizing the kind of hitter that I was when I was like, dang, like this home run record could actually be a thing that I could attain. And I'm pretty close to doing that. So I think that'll be pretty cool, but definitely that's not what I'm focused on at all. Like if it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But yeah, that's definitely something I've been wanting for a while now.
No, love that. Love that. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start asking the real questions. Okay, I'm gonna start off with a heated question. All right, a trickier one. What do you think Oklahoma is? Is this a football school or a softball school? And
Ooh.
explain why.
Ooh.
Okay. It's definitely a softball school.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. It's a football school. I think it's football and softball. We both bring in a lot of revenue. We're both very loved by our Sooner fans. We may win a little bit more natties here and there, but it's all good.
fair enough.
Um, no, I definitely think that both programs are evenly matched, evenly coached. The athletes speak for themselves. So I definitely think it's just softball, football school.
Fair
Right.
enough.
Did you hear how she said we definitely win a little bit more natties than you guys?
Well, you know what? I can't really even be mad about it because it's, I mean, until proven otherwise, it's facts. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Oh my
in
goodness.
recent memory, you know what I'm saying? I can't really be mad at it.
She
It's
just put
facts.
that in there like it was nothing. Like,
It's
oh,
facts. I
we
mean,
did more natties than you guys.
It is harder though for football, I would say, because you guys only have like 12 games, right? And then it's
right.
like playoffs. We play 70 plus games a year. So I would
Okay.
say
Yeah.
it's definitely on you guys for sure.
Yeah, and for sure. I mean, that's something that we talk about all the time as a football program. we have less opportunities. So those opportunities that we get, we have to be, really good when we get out there, whatever the case may be. And we got to when we find stuff that we have to improve on, we have to really take those steps quickly because we don't have that many opportunities. But that kind of leads me into my next question is, can you explain like the state of, obviously, because I want to know this because watching the softball tournament last year, like it was actually like a really big deal. And I had fun watching it. Like I was actually kind of like upset when y'all were done playing and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like obviously all the guys were cheering y'all on and everything like that. So can you explain like the state of the softball and, the US and like where it's going and everything like that?
Yeah, I definitely am very happy with the recognition that softball is getting now. And I only think that it's going to improve from here on out because like I think people now are starting to see the value in women's sports. And I think that is so important because like as much as it is as fun as it is to watch you guys, I think we're definitely capable of bringing that type of fun and that type of energy to the table. So I'm definitely very happy with the state that softball's in now, and I'm excited to see where it's going to go. So yeah.
I'm excited as well. I enjoy watching you guys. I don't think there's any other sport in this world that I watch more than Oklahoma softball, to be honest. Like I don't even watch NFL games as much as I watch you guys. Like I'm constantly tuned in, especially when it comes to the World Series. You guys are always there. But man, when you guys make it there, like there's not a game that I miss. So I'm locked in on you guys for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just like postseason softball, anything can happen in postseason softball. Like JMU beating us, coming out of like the woodworks, and us like making the comeback all the way to winning the Natty. Like it's crazy how much can happen in postseason softball.
For sure.
Speaking of JMU beating you guys, that just goes to show how many more opportunities that you have, more than football. The national championship, because when JMU beat you guys, I was just like, yo, like, oh my gosh. That girl is fine. What's her name again? Do you remember her name?
Something Alexander, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Odyssey.
Yeah.
She's pretty old.
Did you have a chance to talk with her or anything like that?
Yeah, I did. So before when we were doing like the media day stuff for the World Series, I was talking with her then, and then I actually seen her at the ESPYs later. She's super cool girl, really great athlete as well, and definitely challenged me as a hitter. But yeah, she's such a cool person. I loved meeting her.
Yeah, she struck you out a couple of times, once or twice.
No, just once. She's
a baller though. I will give her that. She was balling.
Once.
Great. Yeah, Jocelyn's like, just once. Don't get it twisted.
Just once. Hold on now. Hold on. Calm down now. No, okay. But I know that y'all come to a lot of our games. What do y'all do at our games? Y'all be talking mess? Y'all like talk mess to the the opposite team or whatever? Like I just want to know. Like I want to know what goes on in the stands.
Because the student section's right behind the opposing team. We're like, you're not gonna win this game, blah blah blah. Who do you guys think you are stepping on this field? Like, so we got you guys. Don't worry.
Giving them an earful.
Yeah, and then Jada is just yelling at Billy the whole time. I just think it's hilarious. Like,
oh man, I've met Jada multiple times, and man, she's a character. That's funny though. I'm totally not surprised.
She's crazy.
Right. Well, another question I wanted to get in with a little bit of time we have. So we have this whole new thing called NIL, right? And I know that you have more followers than both of me and Brayden combined.
Probably about 10 times over.
Exactly, right? So how important or how significant do you think has NIL been to Oklahoma softball or just softball in general in the NCAA?
I definitely think it's very beneficial, not only just to me, but to girls all over as well. Like you see these guys getting cars and stuff and getting all these deals, but it's so good to see girls getting those same value of things. So I definitely think that it's going to be a great thing this year, but I think it's going to have a lot of girls really grow up and mature because now, like, if you don't perform, you're not going to get those deals. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not competing academically, then you're not going to be on the field to be able to get those things. So it's definitely going to help a lot of people mature in a good way. So just focusing on what you need to focus on and just letting things play out the way that they need to.
Honestly, I think that you guys have an even greater opportunity than some of us. Honestly, even though we play football, if you're not, like Caleb Williams or Spencer Rattler, basically, if you're not the quarterback or Marvin Mims, you're not really getting the amount of attention as you might think compared to, if you're you or maybe even, Nicole Mendez as a past player, Olympian, and all other stuff. I think a lot more girls are willing to follow and spend money on you guys than guys are. I don't know if you know, but I'm in an MBA program, and a little bit of research that I found as a student is that women are willing to make, or not make, but women are willing to spend more money than men. So I think that maybe the softball has an even greater opportunity than the football program. I don't know about that, but
I just think it's gonna be crazy to see everything playing out. And like I want people to do things for the right reasons, like for me, this whole NIL thing, like yes, it's good now that I'm still in college and whatever, but my main thing was I want to be able to help my family out later. So definitely like with those bats and stuff, like my sisters, I have two younger sisters that play softball. So like if I can get them like bats, gloves, helmets year round, that's money my parents don't have to spend. Plus my sister just committed to Portland State. So like if I can save up enough money to put like some away for her, like whenever she does go to college, just to make sure that she's good. Like I'm thinking long-term things and not much like short-term stuff for sure. So I definitely hope that people do it for the right reasons too.
yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's a good point that you hit on that a lot of people don't realize. And hopefully after this podcast, people will realize is that we have families, and we're trying to help out our families the best we can as well. And, every little, what I'm saying, if there's something that we can do to help out our family as far as NIL, then we're going to do it. But like you said, we're not going to let it take our focus away from the main thing. And I think that's what makes y'all so good as a program is that y'all are going to do like we did and focus on the main thing and not let it distract y'all.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jocelyn. All right. So we saw that the softball team and the baseball team were going up against each other, right? Coming up soon.
Mm-hmm.
I think next week? Wait.
This Wednesday.
This coming Wednesday. All right. We're recording this ahead of time, Sooner Nation. So it's probably going to pass by the time you guys see this. But Sooner Nation, Jocelyn, we want to know, me and Brayden have a little bit of baseball history, right? So if we were to go against you guys, right, just, as a one-on-one against you and your best pitcher, out of 10, how many hits do you think that me and Brayden would get?
I say if you guys go up against Jordy Ball, who I think is like she's just been dealing it to me this whole time. I definitely think you guys are gonna go over. Like she is good. She's
over 10?
Over, yes.
Over.
Oh my God.
See, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I got a little bit of baseball background. I played a little bit of ball in high school. You know what I'm saying? My team had went to state. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe I can rattle off one or two. Like I got full respect. I got full respect for the softball girls. But I, as a competitor, I can't say that I will go 0-4.
Oh my, Jocelyn,
like
not even one.
To go 3 for 10, that's super good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's super.
Okay.
If you go 3 for 10.
Okay, so not even one.
I'll give you guys one. But
Okay.
I will say, like Jordy Ball, she throws 70 miles an hour with a hard drop ball, and she has a rise ball and a changeup. So you don't know what's gonna come.
Yeah, that sounds very complicated, and I don't, I don't look forward to getting into that box anytime soon. I'm well past my heyday in terms of hitting, so I'm gonna let y'all have that one.
Honestly, when you put it in perspective like that, going 3 for 10 in softball or baseball is good. I'll take my 1 out of 10. I'm not mad.
Yeah, like it's a 300 batting average is average, which is like you're above average right there, I would say. So, like, it's hard to hit a ball.
Coming from someone that's well above average in the NCAA, I'll take that. I'll take that.
For sure.
Well, Jocelyn, thank you so much for coming on to the show. That's all we got for you today. Is there anything that you want to leave Sooner Nation with? Anything on your mind? Anybody you want to shout out?
I definitely just want to say I hope to see you guys at softball games, and always shout out to Hawaii. I love you guys and hope to see you guys soon in 2022. But yeah, Sooner forever.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Sooner Nation, you heard it here first from Jocelyn Alo. Shout out to Hawaii, and also teammates, brothers, if you are listening, show up to the softball games, man. They're actually pretty fun. If you've never been to a softball game, I honestly think that they have a lot more energy than basically any other competitive sport that we have at OU. Any other football game, any other softball game that you ever been to, any baseball game, any basketball game. I enjoy going to the softball games, and you've heard it from one of the best. Thank you, Jocelyn, for coming on to the show. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.